Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I played Ginger yesterday. So that song was called Road Travel, fitting for Thanksgiving.
Can you play Hide
So there's an audience participation part of this, but it comes a little bit later. So all requests will be considered. That's a song, Road Travel, that I recently wrote, and that's the first time it's ever been performed, actually. So I thought it was pretty nice. That song, we're going to talk a lot about what music means to us. The theme of this is kind of playing and creating music, and how you can do it too.
That's right.
And whatever you choose to do, it doesn't always have to be music. This morning, I saw one of my students, they were writing in a journal, and I was like, what are you, it was Shem, what are you doing over there, Shem? She's like, I'm writing a story. And that's perfect, because she's being creative, she's working on something, she's revising it, she's trying to make it better, adding details, and that's the same thing that we do with music. So that song didn't just come poof. It came out of a lot of ideas and getting them down on my keyboard, actually, which I'm going to show you on this next track. That's kind of the theme of today. We want to show you that you can be creative, that if you work hard and you find something that you enjoy doing and you practice it and you get better at it, it's really incredible when you take a step back and you hear something. Like if I heard that song 3 months ago before I even knew what it was, and somebody said, hey, that's going to be your song, I'd be like, wow, that's pretty neat, okay? And it's very satisfying, it builds your confidence, and that'll translate into all sorts of other things in your life, okay? Everybody in here has something that's a talent. It might not be the same as the person next to you, but it's something that you need to find what you like, explore it, and see where it can take you, okay? So I'm going to show you, you see this keyboard up here, you're probably wondering, okay, it's a keyboard, it's kind of like a piano, it has some notes on it, but I'm going to show you how this keyboard works a little bit and how my creative process works, okay, when I'm using this keyboard. That whole song I wrote on this keyboard, and this keyboard's kind of like a computer. It even has like a screen up here, it looks like an iPhone screen, and there's all sorts of things up here. I can write notes on there, I can create these loops, I can create patterns, I can build a whole song. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit of a tune that I think you will recognize. And you might know that I wrote the song, but everybody in here should have heard it. So give me a second, I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to walk you through how the song came to be and how it's evolved. This is actually the third time that I've worked on this song, and Mr. Kennedy added some beautiful parts to it, and he kind of, when he added his flute and saxophone that he's going to show you, it just brought the song to life. It just gave it this whole new energy, and I really like working with Mr. Kennedy on this one. Hopefully everybody had a chance to see the fa la la sheet, and on the back of it there's some questions. So we're not going to sit here and say, okay, here are the answers, we're going to quiz you on it later, all right? We're going to talk about all those things, and hopefully when I show them to you and we show them to you, it's going to mean a lot more than what are the 3 elements of music. Well, I'll tell you, they're melody, harmony, and rhythm. Okay, and if you just memorize that, melody, harmony, and rhythm, somebody asks you next week, hey, what are the 3 elements of music? Oh, I know, melody, harmony, and rhythm. You don't get much out of it, okay? But hopefully, when you see me build this song on my keyboard, all those words are going to have some more meaning to them. And then you're going to see how it all comes together for that finished product. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, like I said, this song I wrote about 20 years ago. Yes.
It's 2 10s.
2 10s. They know my favorite number is 10. It's a great math number. So multiples of 10. And you know what? I probably rounded. It might be 21 years or it might be 19 years. But it's about 20 years. Okay? And this song all started with a little piano jam. It sounded like this. Details, elements to it, just like when you write a story or you're drawing a picture. And you know what, if you're drawing and you really get into it, you might end up painting. You might get more elaborate and more detailed with your composition. So here's some changes I made on this. So I like that piano sound, but I wanted it to be a little funky. Okay, so I found this bass, the synthesizer bass on my new keyboard. I got this keyboard about 2 years ago. And the whole idea is I wanted to write music on the keyboard. So I found this bass sound.
It's a nice sound.
Okay? And that's that main groove, okay? And that's a melody. Some long, some are short, and together it kind of sounds cool, right? Now we're going to add some harmony. So harmony is when you play more than one note at a time. You ready? So I found this nice keyboard sound. Now listen to it with the bass. Check it out. Now I can record that into my keyboard, and my keyboard can do the work for me. Check it out. And then here comes the bass. Now that I got that groove, I can play around with anything else I want. Okay? So that's that main groove. Now what do I need? What do you think I need next? Blake. You're listening to that, you're like, man, it's missing something. Yes, you. Flute? Not yet. BB-15? Say again? Some rhythm, yes. Let's add some rhythm, okay? Let's check it out. So in a drum set, there's two main parts of the drum set. You have the bass drum. Kind of like a heartbeat, right? And the other drum, the main drum, is a snare. All right, so check it out. I just came up with this real simple beat. Sometimes when you're telling a story or drawing something, it's nice to do something simple. Sometimes we get too busy, try and make it too fancy, try and tell too much of your story. Keep it simple and make it nice, and it will mean a lot more to you. So check it out. Here's the main beat now. And that's it. So that, you can't just have a drum beat like that, right? We need some stuff on there. Okay, so here's my beat I got. So here's my drum beat, check it out. Okay, so now the keyboard's doing the work, and I'm going to add something else to it. I'm going to add a hi-hat to keep it, it's kind of like the glue, it holds it all together. Ready? Check it out. So you think I'm done with that beat? No, I'm not. I'm almost done now. I don't want to get too fancy. Check it out. Now I'm going to add some maracas. So you know what a maraca is? Yeah, so it's popular in Latin music and Caribbean music. It's like this hollow thing, wooden, and has some pebbles in it. You shake, and you also hear a tambourine. There it is. Okay, bring the bass, or bring the drums back. Okay, does everybody remember that bass line that I played earlier?
Yes.
Okay, that bass line was like, oops, not that. Got too many things here. Okay, now we're going to bring that into it. Yeah. It's a nice groove, huh?
That is a nice groove.
Now check it out. Now I'm going to bring that keyboard back in. Yeah, I think some of you are recognizing this now. This one is called Honeybee. So you think I was done? No, I wanted more. So now I found this cool sound. This one's actually the sound, let me look it up. This sound is called MG Thumper. That's a funny name, isn't it? There are thousands and thousands of different sounds in this keyboard. And so they have to come up with these kind of unique names. This is called MG Thumper. Mr. Kennedy recorded this song over at his house, and we put a lot of these parts in there, and then that was actually a saxophone. We took that part out because I wanted him to play something else that he's going to play in a minute, but he came up with this really nice, okay? And we're going to talk about harmony when we do that. So here's with that MG Thumper. You ready? My bad. harmony. We need to live in harmony together. Many people, different ideas, different backgrounds, getting along, just like these notes coming up. So, let's put just that line, just with so we're going to show you that harmony of that horn line, which actually, if you haven't noticed, that's the song on morning announcements that Mr. Copeland really nicely let me put on there. And the idea was I wanted you to hear it so you could hear with a finished product, and then you can see how it's all put together. Okay, so on that recording, there's actually two saxophones. Mr. Kennedy recorded himself doing the da 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 da, and then he recorded again on top of that. But I'm going to play his second saxophone part so you can see how those two melodies combine and weave, and they sound really nice. That's the first section of that tune. And you can hear all of that. You go to Spotify, iTunes, YouTube Music. Type in Honeybee, Bill V. You can hear the whole song. You can download it. So we're going to show one other part of that tune, because we're going to talk about improvisation, which was one of those questions on the sheet. Yep, that's what we're going to do next. And then we're going to get you guys involved. You've been really nice and you're listening really well. So we don't talk about improvisation. I'm going to let Mr. Kennedy talk a little bit about improvisation. I read through the answers on my class gave. I love the answers, I guess, sometimes. They're very simple and it's like so obvious. And it's like, why didn't I think of that? So a few of them said improvisation is when you're improving on something.
Sure.
Like, yeah. Okay.
Hopefully we are improving every time. Can everyone hear me through this microphone? Does this one sound better? All right. Improvisation. Us musicians, that can be a very scary word sometimes, because it means I have to compose the music and play it at the same time. And that's a hard task. If you've ever found yourself raising your hand in my class, and then I call on you, and you forget what your question is, or you forget what you were going to tell me, well, the same thing can happen to an improviser on stage. The thing that saves an improviser is they have to realize that there are rules. I can't just pick up my instrument and play whatever note I want to. It's not going to fit in the context of the music. Kind of like if I'm asking you a question about math, and you raise your hand and you want to share with me that it's your birthday, okay, that's cool. But I asked you something different. Okay, so there are rules when it comes to improvisation. Music itself is a very structured thing. Mr. B talked about rhythm and harmony and something else. Melody, that's right, melody, rhythm, harmony, and melody. As an improviser, you have responsibilities to cover all three of those things. And there are rules for those, just like there are rules for working on a math equation, like there are rules for writing a paper. And this leads me to my other thing about improvising. As I'm performing and playing my instrument, and I'm following the rules for harmony in that song. I'm playing rhythmically. If I just play one note, that's boring. If I play just two notes, that's boring. I want to play many notes, and I want to take you on a journey. That's the job of a musician, especially an improviser. They want to take you on a musical journey. Like when you read a good book, the book doesn't usually start at the best part. That's usually towards the middle and towards the end. You got to start somewhere, you know. Baby steps when you're improvising. Just like when you're reading a book, the first couple pages introduces you to the main character. It tells you the setting and the location of the story. Then as you read a few more chapters, things start to happen. Maybe good things, maybe bad things. And that's the same type of journey we want to take you on when we're improvising our music. Now the cool thing about improvising versus reading a piece of music, it's going to be different every time. So you hear me and Mr. V play today, next time you hear us improvising, it's going to sound completely different. And that's a pretty cool thing. So each time you get to hear us perform, you get a brand new, unique performance that no one else will ever hear ever again. And I think that's pretty cool. Whereas if I just put on a tape in the tape deck or a CD in the CD player, or I double click on an MP3, it's going to sound the same every single time. So that's cool when you get to hear an improvisation. Improvising can be scary, just like it can be scary standing in front of your class and delivering a speech. So you always need to come prepared with practice. Kind of like before a test or a quiz, you want to make sure you practice before you do anything else. You're prepared with strategies to navigate. So me and Mr. V are going to play a little improvisation for you. I hope you enjoy it and see if you can follow along the little journeys we're going to make. And you'll also maybe notice that we're going to have a little dialogue back and forth. When two improvisers are playing together, it's a conversation. One person talks and the other person listens. And maybe sometimes they talk at each other, but it's all right. We are still following the same rules, of course, that we can communicate together. It's almost like we're speaking the same musical language, you know, and you'll hear it in your future. We'll say that music, like a language, is universal. It exists in every culture. Every culture has a music that represents them or that comes out of their backgrounds and their history. And this music that we're playing for you today comes from a combination of many styles of music here that became popular in the United States. Oh yeah. Yeah, jazz music, a combination of rhythmic elements from Africa and Latin America, and also impressionist harmonies that come from European style classical and art music. So we hope you enjoy. Listen for some improvisations, see if you can pick up on some rhythms, and identify the melodies that come through.
All right, well stated. It's a lot, and when you start improvising, it is scary. You're afraid you're going to play the wrong note. Just like when you're talking and you have a conversation and something comes out, and you're like, wait, I didn't mean to say that. But then you turn it into something else. And that's the nature of having a conversation. You guys are very good at having conversations. You have conversations for days, weeks. This is another section of Honeybee. And this kind of has like more of a Latin feel to it. And here we go. I'm just going to fake this up. If you notice, if you watch me a little bit, I was really trying to listen what Mr. Kennedy was doing and then pick up on maybe a little melody that I liked that he played, and then put that into my playing and then see where it goes. Just like if you're having a conversation with somebody and they're telling you about their dog, then that might lead you to tell them about your cat. Who knows? Or in my case, my bird, my dog, and my cat, and my other cat, my two other cats. Outdoor cats. Don't worry, they're not all inside. Sometimes they go outside.
We're going to need your help here. Can you hear me? We're really going to need your help. This is, now it's your turn.
Okay.
Here we go. Any singers in the room?
That's right.
Now I know that's a lot.
I know there's more than just 12 of you.
You in here? Just because you're not in the chorus doesn't mean you're not a singer. So some of you sing in the shower, some of you sing in the car, some of you sing when you're playing in the dirt. It's okay. Everybody has a voice. And now it's your time to be a star. So you heard us talk about harmony. And we talked about how harmony is when there's more than one note, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 notes, but they're different notes played at the same time, usually with the same rhythm, and you get like a note sandwich, right? We have a pitch that's at the bottom, and a pitch that's a little higher, and then a pitch that's a little higher above that. So we're gonna have 3 groups, and we wanna try and build harmony. Harmony. How many grade levels we have in there? 3, 4, and 5? Yeah, we have 3 grade levels. We should be able to build harmony within the group. So we're gonna need one pitch. Can you give us call that a root? Kind of like the root of a tree. It's at the bottom. Oh. Can we sing that?
Is that too low? How about?
All right. We're going to try this out. We've never done this before. All right. This side of the cafeteria over here. Ms. Burgess, can you raise your hand? See where Ms. Burgess is? Oh, you want to do it by grade level? Okay. We'll do it by grade level.
Or you want to do, we have to do sides first, but then we got 3 actually.
We got 3 sides.
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll do sides. So we're going to do this side of the cafeteria over here. We have some grade levels represented on this note. Can you play this note again for us, Mr. P? This is going to be your note. So this side of the cafeteria where I'm pointing to, can we hear this? Don't be shy.
Maybe they're better. Higher pitch. This will be better.
One more time for this group over here. Okay.
You got it.
So this middle group here, now it's your turn. Listen for your note. Let's try that one more time. If you're not in this middle group, you should be silent. So we want to hear just this middle group, and we'll do this third group in just a second. Middle group. Don't be shy. Okay. And our final group here. Okay, it's somewhere in there. Okay, do you see what I'm doing with my hands? That means more. Okay? This means more. Nice. So, let's hear our root. Now wait a minute. It's not a that's not what it is, okay? You want to stay on just the one note, okay? Can you get the middle group again? Okay. And one more time for our high. Okay. Does everyone remember their note? Great. We're going to sing. We're going to sing one note in harmony. Now I'm going to give you some musical direction, and some dynamics. I'm going to make you get louder and softer, and you're going to follow that, okay? Here we go. That was okay. I'm not a professional singer myself either, and that was pretty good. Now, when you are singing next time you're singing your favorite song, you should try to harmonize with that song. We have another example of harmony. We have another tune that shows rhythm, very rhythmic. It's completely harmonized. And raise your hand if you recognize the melody. It's a very old melody, it's older than you, but you might find it familiar. Who knows that song? That's from the Minecraft game. I heard it. It's from Fortnite. I heard it. Okay, I know. It's a Five Nights at Freddy's melody. You know, oh, go ahead.
Super Mario Brothers, yes, the original theme song. So the cool thing about playing music is that's the video game that Mr. Kennedy and I grew up with, and we were trying to think of something that you would recognize and we could show you harmony. So it was a lot of fun to learn that and to play it together. And that's another part of playing music, you know. It brings people together. Me and Mr. Kennedy had a lot of fun doing this. And when you find somebody with common interests as you meet new friends, it takes you lots of different places.
It sure does.
You know, I learned this lesson from my father. You may know him as Mr. Kennedy in 5th grade. He gave me a wise piece of advice when I was a young person. He said, if you want to go somewhere, join the band. The band travels everywhere the sports team does, and that's a fact. I went to all the football games. I went to other places that the football team didn't go to. I traveled around the world because I learned how to play an instrument. You know, and you can get many similar experiences by doing anything. It doesn't have to be music. You need to join some type of activity. Being academic and being an excellent student in class is great, but do something else to challenge your mind. Write a story, draw a picture, learn an instrument. No one's asking you to be the greatest in the world, I'm not. But we are asking you to enjoy something, right? And that's really it at the end of the day. Learning something and enjoying that thing.
All right. right, cool. We're gonna do one more thing, and then we're gonna play a couple quick tunes for you, and you're welcome to sing along, especially on the last tune. But we need to talk about something very important right now.
Yeah.
I need to get serious. I can't get serious. I need to get serious from it. I need to get
Serious.
I need to get serious for a minute. And it has to do with clapping the music.
Yeah, clapping.
Clapping the music. Now, when Mr. Kennedy and I were playing, there were a couple times where I was like, maybe I won't play something right now. I'll give it some space so I can listen, I can come back in when it sounds better. You can do that when you clap too. You don't always have to just keep clapping. You gotta listen to what you're doing. The other thing is, we're gonna help you clap on the beats 2 and 4.
Yes.
One of the questions was, how are math and music related? One of my students said, very simply, you count in both. I was like, yes, perfect. Count in both. Music usually counts at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, a lot of times, people clap on the 1 and the 3. They go like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. Momentum, you need some forward movement. So we're going to clap on the 2 and the 4 instead. Okay?
Yes.
The 2 and the 4. So if I'm counting the 4, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A round of applause for that 2 and 4 clapping. Can't tell you how many times I've been on the bandstand and people just clap and the band gets really nervous because the time disappears. That was excellent, really. Excellent. Really.
All right, we got just a few minutes left. We're going to play one quick chorus of a song that's actually in 3, and then we're going to finish with the song that you are welcome to sing along with. You should know it, okay? So this song is in 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's also called a ballad, which is a slower song, okay?
See if you can get that 3 feeling. 1, 2, 3, 1. Can we do that?
Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed
Been a wonderful audience.
creating and playing music. Mr. Kennedy and Mr.
I hope you take away something creative and thoughtful into the holiday season. Something warm and fuzzy, makes you feel good on the inside of your heart. So make sure you're sharing things with your friends and family. Learn a few songs and be creative in your time off.